Hey guys, we are back to more Fate Stay Night. In the last one, it was the Ehenti episode, which is going to be so much fun for me to edit. Um, Grant, I have a little kind of a bit in there where I'm just like saying that, like just clicking, mashing through the sex scene and then reacting to it. I don't know if I want to keep it just because, like, I don't know. I realized that my reaction was just like, oh, that's a weird way to put that. Oh, that's also a weird way to put that. You know? So I might just entirely cut it out. I'm still debating on it. Yeah, that being said, let's just jump into this one. And the battle between. Oh, by the way, it's I think we cut back over to Archer and Hercules. So yeah. And the battle between the two ends. They killed and exterminated each other with all their might, and it ended with the annihilation of the Red Knight. The gorgeous hall is completely transformed. The floor is cracked in numerous places. Many walls have been knocked down. The stairs have collapsed and smashed marble is scattered in the wind. The space has been completely destroyed, leaving no trace of its former beauty. You could say it has also destroyed time, because the remains of the destruction hide what the place looked like just 2 hours ago. In the middle of the destruction stands a suitable sculpture. It stands over 2 meters tall, looking like a figure of a man carved out of large stone. It does not even need to be said. It is Ilya's servant, Berserker. The giant does not move. His body is dyed and red and filled with holes. There is no place on the giant's body that is not wounded. First, both his legs are almost melted. What the freak? Almost melted? What did Archer do to him? Second, there is a mark of a cut on his neck. Third, his arm is barely hanging from his elbow. Did I just get hit with a tiny earthquake? Or is that the construction next door has been like shaking the house, but I haven't felt it like shaking in my feet, but I'm feeling like my feet shaking right now while I'm sitting. I don't know what that is. Weird. Third, his arm is barely hanging from his elbow. Fourth, he is slashed from his shoulder to his groin. Fifth, a large amount of blood is gushing out from his chest. Sixth, his internal organs can be seen in his stomach. Berserker does not move. It is only natural. It is a corpse, no matter how one looks at it. The battle itself has ended much earlier, but Berserker's master has forgotten to act as this result is too surprising and unexpected. Wait. Did Archer actually beat? I mean, not beat, but like tie with Berserker? What the freak? I kind of thought he was gonna get like body bagged. She has to pursue her prey, but she is only looking at the scene in astonishment. I can't believe it. Who was he? She murmurs angrily. The battle that took place here was nothing but humiliation for her. Her servant is the most powerful. There should only be 1 or 2 servants able to match Hercules, the most famous of all the heroic spirits. But Archer, a heroic spirit of unknown identity, has defeated him. That Red Knight has been matched Berserker equally, and has succeeded in killing Berserker, something no one has been able to do before. Such actions cannot be forgiven. For her, this is like being stabbed in the heart by a bug on the roadside. The pride of a girl who considers herself the strongest cannot allow her to be cornered by someone who should be stepped on begging for sympathy. Jeez, that pisses me off. Getting defeated 6 times? You weren't going easy on him, were you? Okay, so you didn't fully beat him. The sculpture does not answer. It might be unable to afford an answer, or perhaps it sees no need for one. Berserker just stands there and devotes himself to healing his wounds. This battle is too strange for him as well. His noble phantasm nullifies any attack. No attack can infect his body unless it's of the highest grade, so he rarely takes a wound. In the age of gods, no one could scratch him after he had accomplished his great deeds. But still, 6 times? Archer delivered a fatal blow 6 times. It does not even need to be said that every one of the attacks was by a different method. Even the greatest attacks cannot be effective on Berserker twice. If one seeks strangeness, this is the strange part. If Archer is a hero with such varied abilities, his true identity should have been clear. But his identity still remained unknown, even after his body was pulverized. What was really surprising was his way of being contradictory to that of a servant. A dim light grows in Berserker's eyes. If he had been summoned as a normal servant, he would have grieved that the battle deserved better. No matter who he really was, Archer was a rare, great enemy. If he had not been mad, he could have matched sword techniques with Archer to his heart's content and passed a satisfying time. I won't forgive them. I will never forgive them. How could they insult me so? His master's voice echoes. With that, the small light of rationality vanishes. He is only Berserker now. His role is to defeat his opponent and to crush them as his master pleases. I can't wait any longer. Have you healed, Berserker? He does not even need to answer. Wounds that are not fatal will be fully healed within a few minutes, but restoring everything would take 3 days. I can't wait that long. It's fine. We're going to kill them right now. The giant silently objects. It is his instinct. Berserker has an intuition like sabers when it comes to fighting. The enemy certainly can be mowed away easily, but it'll be a different story if Servant Saber has recovered enough to use her noble phantasm. Berserker will not yield to a mere holy sword, but there is a small chance. His instinct tells him that if he is to fight that servant, he should engage her in perfect condition. What? 5 should be enough, right? They are no match for you, even with the God Hand. Even without the God Hand. Or what? Are you gonna let them go after they made fun of me so much? Right? I won't let anyone escape my forest. Yeah. I'll give you Rin and Saber. Kill them or rape them. You can do whatever you want with them. The girl jumps down from the stairs. Through the rubble, she walks to the exit without a care for the bloody Berserker. In that moment, the girl stops once as if she's remembering something. Then, let's start the hunt, Berserker. But you can't kill Saber's master quickly, okay? I'm going to kill Shiro in the worst way possible. Smiling, the girl leaves the castle. Ilya isn't that bad, said all the weird fans. She's a monster, dude. Like, I know it's about her upbringing, but the same's never said about Shinji. He's also a product of his upbringing, and he's still a horrible person. The sun should come up soon. The forest is like her yard. No matter where her prey are hiding, it should be no problem for her to find them. As her targets, they only have a few minutes of life remaining. Interlude. Out. So, I don't know why, but I was forced to leave the ruin. It's fine that I share my magical energy with Saber, but Tosaka pushed me out, saying that girls have adjustments afterwards. Changing and all that. Damn, what is she saying? Guys have a lot of stuff too. They grumble, leaning against the walls. Yeah, what would they need to do? Button back up? That's it? Okay. I grumble, leaning against the wall. It sounds like an excuse because it is. Why would she even force Shiro to be outside on his own when they're being hunted by Ilya? Someone who could just snipe Shiro from afar and kill him instantly. Like, she's not going to, but she could. I look up at the sky. Is it almost dawn? The sky in the east is getting redder, and the forest is slowly getting lighter. The forest is calm and quiet. When it's this quiet, I can't believe we're being pursued, but that we were doing something like that until a moment ago. Remembering it, I frantically shake off my lust. I have to forget about it for now. You won't survive if I'm being submerged in thoughts of her sensations, and more than anything, it's impolite to Saber. After all, I made love to Saber to save her, so I shouldn't have any other emotion for Saber, no matter how soft Saber is and how good it felt that was. Wait, what? Hang on, I need to... It's not letting me go back. I'm a big liar. It's not letting me go back. I can't deceive myself about it with excuses like that. I can't forget Saber's sensations. But I have to forget about them for now. Jeez, this is no time to worry about such things. What we should be worrying about right now is how to take on Berserker. That's right, I have to do whatever I can. He told me that at the very end. I remember Archer's back. I could never like him, but all of his words have stuck in my head. I stare at a tree branch. There are only a few things I can do. Even if it isn't much right now, I can only do them to the best of my abilities. I pluck a handy branch, and I almost find a few more branches that are straight. Shiro, we're done, so come in. I hear Tosaka's voice. I return to the ruin carrying the branches I found. Well, the other problem is whether I'm able to face Saber like I did before after something like that. This way, Shiro. Rin has something to tell you. I guess such worries were only on my part. Saber is acting resolutely as always. She must have completely accepted the incident, unlike me. Yeah, I'll go right away. Damn, I won't lose. It's stupid to be the only one blushing, so I'll try my best to act calm. You're finally here. Then I'll start the strategy meeting. We don't have time to argue. There are only a few ways to defeat Berserker, so you can listen to my side first. So can you listen to my side first? Saber and I nod. The plan is pretty simple. We won't be able to match with ordinary tactics. We need to execute a surprise attack to win. And if we can do that, the absolute requirement is that we kill him in one blow, and we don't let him counterattack. I feel the same way. Even if I do exchange blows with Berserker, I will not be able to deliver a fatal blow. If we are to defeat him, we should do so outside of battle. Outside of battle? You mean we'll attack Berserker before he notices us? Well, you're right that it's reckless to fight him straight on. But Flatline is even more reckless. He's not the type to allow us to take him by surprise. Yeah. We won't make any optimistic plans that'll assume we can get near Berserker without being noticed. They have Ilya's. She'll sense Shiro and Saber's presence easily. I'm fine since I can hide my presence. I don't know how it works, but Ilya can feel Saber in my presence, huh? If Tosaka's the one who can hide, then... Don't tell me that you're going to be the one doing the surprise attack. Of course! You're the one she's after. You're the one she's after the most, and I'm the best suited for this role. Leave it to me and slash Berserker from behind. Wait, leave it to me to slash Berserker from behind. You say so, but Berserker can't be that off guard. Of course not. That's why I'm gonna have Saber create an opening. Saber, how much have you recovered? Normal battle should not be a problem, but I should avoid using my Noble Phantasm. With the amount of magical energy Shiro gave me, I will no longer be able to maintain my body at the instant I use my Noble Phantasm. Even if I do use it, it'll not be full force, so I do not think it'll be able to defeat Berserker. What can Rin do that could even hurt Berserker, though? That's my only question. How can she even hurt him, though? Yeah, that's more than enough. I'll have you fight Berserker, Shiro as well, of course. And I'll watch while hiding. I'm only an extra for Ilyasville, so I think she'll assume I've run away if I'm not there. Okay, well, I think that's possible, but... If the probability is low, raise it. You seem to be on good terms with Ilyasville, so you may be able to trick her. Tosaka looks at me meaningful. I have some objections, but I'll take that. Ilya would believe me if I told her that you ran away. I don't think she would doubt anyone. But there's still a problem. I am fine fighting Berserker, but I cannot have Shiro do the same. Shiro cannot stand Berserker's attacks. I'm not telling Shiro to go hand-to-hand against Berserker. Shiro will support you from the back. It's going to be difficult for Saber to fight Berserker alone, so help her when she's in trouble. Ridiculous. Shiro does not excel in black magic like you do, Rin. How would he be able to support me? Shiro will think of a way. But, well, there won't be really any room for a master to interfere against Berserker. Even I wouldn't be of much help if I did something. But we won't have enough to spare. We don't have enough to spare to let anyone stay idle. I know Saber is done for if Shiro dies, but I'll still have him do this. After all, this battle is a gamble from the very beginning. That is true. Saber goes silent with a troubled face. As Tosaka is silent too, she must know she's saying something unreasonable. The two's concern is only natural. That night I met Saber. When we were attacked by Berserker, I could only use my body to defend her. There's a high probability that would happen again, so I should stay away from the battlefield, but I have no intention of doing that, even if she didn't tell me to be there before. So I should stay away from the battlefield, but I have no intention of doing that, even if she didn't tell me to be there. I know. I'll do something to back her up. Both of them turn around. Whoa, were my words that surprising? I just have to support her from a distance, right? Then I think I should be able to do something. Saying that, I hold up the branches I collected. The length is perfect. Is he gonna create a bow? Huh! The length is perfect. The flexibility is good as well. This is the first time I've done this kind of strengthening. But I don't think there's any flaw in the principle. The point is, I just need to keep reinforcing it until it becomes a real one. And for this, I also have a reference since he had one too. And on top of that, magical energy has been flowing in my body for a while now. I just have to repeat the usual process. I analyze the basic structure and modify it. I analyze the composition materials and reinforce them. But that's not enough. The original is a branch and the finished product is his bow. I have to imagine it from the concept of creation. If I'm to get it close enough to the real one, I have to formulate every hypothesis at least in my head. I open my eyes. The branch is shaped right, but man, it's not even close. It's ugly and crooked. But I know it'll work as a bow. I just have to make the arrows in the same way. Shiro, that was... Yeah, I think I got the hang of it after that thing with Shinji. You said so too, that I shouldn't strain myself too much. I see. Well, it's good that we have a way to attack, so it's enough for now. Going back to the original topic, I'll have you two fight Berserker. I'll get on top of the tree beforehand and watch from above. When Saber creates an opening in Berserker's defense, I'll skew Berserker from above using all my reserve of jewels. It's a simple plan. Tosaka's expression asks for questions. Jewels? Is that Rin's magic? But a normal magic will not harm Berserker. We need a full purity attack to injure him. I know. So in other words, we need an attack with an A rating, right? Saying that, Tosaka takes a jewel out of her pocket. What is that jewel? This is like my savings that I've been building up since I was small. One of these can instantly generate an A rank great magic. I had 10, but I used one on you. I see. If it is the magic from that time, Berserker will certainly not be able to block it. He does not have magic resistance like I do. Even if it is magic, an A rank will penetrate him without any problems. That's right, I thought about using it in small amounts, but I can't be saying things like that now. I'll give Berserker 2 or 3 of these. Tosaka sticks out her chest in confidence. But, hey, aren't you being a bit stingy? I feel the same way. I should not be saying this, but I believe you should be generous enough to use at least half of these. What? It's my business, right? Do you guys know how hard it was to save this much? Saber and I protest silently. Tosaka's life depends on this as well, so it won't be funny if she gets stingy. And we end up failing because of that. Fine, I'll use up half of them, okay? Come on, I just wanted to say that. I get what you guys are saying too. Anyways, that's the plan. Now we have to find somewhere where I can hide and where it'll be easy for Shiro to support Saber. Let's find a good spot before Ilyasville gets here. Yeah, we can't stay in this ruin now. As Tosaka says, all that's left is to find a good spot to wait for Berserker. But before that... Oh, I want to say I'm worried about Saber, because this is like her route and she's my girl. But at the same time, Tosaka did just lose her servant. Unlike some of the other things, this one actually isn't a bad end. I kind of want to check on Rin, but I also really want to check on Saber to make sure she's okay doing this and everything, especially after we did the deed. I don't want to think so, but Tosaka won't be stingy using her jewels, will she? Wait, no, what the freak? That's not what I meant. Screw that. I know she's not. I trust her to not be stingy. What the freak? I'm worried about Saber. Screw that. I wonder if Saber... Yeah, what the freak? I thought he was gonna be like, hey, like, listen, you just lost Archer. Are you sure you're okay? I wasn't expecting, like, I'm worried about Rin to be like, yo, you're not gonna, like, screw us, are you? Like, what the freak? I wonder if Saber's really alright. She says she'll have no problem fighting. But isn't it hard on her fighting Berserker when she was so weak before? No, I'm more worried about her noble phantasm. I will not be able to maintain my body if I use it, Saber said. That means that Saber will disappear the instant she uses that sword. Saber. Yes, what is it, Shiro? Can you promise me one thing before we fight? Yes, I do not mind if it's something I can do. Okay. I don't want you to use your noble phantasm, no matter what situation we end up in. It's a serious matter if we use that on the ground. I don't want you to disappear, even if we can't defeat Berserker with it. Yes, I understand. I do not intend to use the noble phantasm either. I do not think I'll be able to defeat Berserker with the amount of magical energy I have. And more importantly, I will not be able to attain the Holy Grail if I disappear. Saber declares so. That makes me happy. Alright, you're the same as always. I'm relieved that you're so sickeningly calm. What is that supposed to mean, Shiro? No, it doesn't mean anything. Let's just go outside. Tosaka will complain at us again if we're late. You are right. It seems to be Reen's hobby to complain at you. Saying such an ominous thing, Saber heads towards the exit. Then, Saber's body falls forward as if she's tripped on something. I quickly grab her hand. Come on, watch your feet. Things are scattered around, so you have to watch out. Hey. Saber is blushing awkwardly. Saber, what, is something wrong? No, it's not that. But if you are holding my hand, Saber blushes even more. Her finger looks like me from earlier. Her figure looks like me from earlier. Gosh, finger, okay. Oh, I blush too. Her hand in mine. I vividly recall Saber's sensation and pull away quickly. Unable to say anything, we just stand there. Let's go outside. We have to go or we won't have much time. That is right. Let us hurry, Shiro. We start to go at that forced conversation. Once we go outside, we won't return here. I look back at the ruin for the last time and head to the battlefield, repressing my beating heart. Okay, and with that said... Ooh, this is pretty. With that being said, I will see you guys in the next one for when we finally, hopefully, put an end to Berserker. Until then, bye-bye.